became American. See, I was born of earth mound, of stone surroundings of no light, of serpents coiled around ceremonies of a diamond-shaped heart. I'd only heard stories of cold beings that had forgotten their eyes and sealed up their ears, of creatures who speak in a liar's language as fast as they can, using long, hideous words, ugly sounds created to use, built to confuse, chattering, talking, saying nothing. I'd only heard of these monsters that refused to accept the lizard's teaching. Forgetting how to use their eyes, I was told they couldn't observe how the lizard maneuvers wild, quick, darting, slithering, to teach us that knowledge is acquired through our relative's next most sacred action. They had forgotten this teaching, this sacred moment, the lizard's sacred pause. See, my I was only a 12-year-old girl in our village, Choctaw, when our terrorists arrived with our relatives to the east chained as slaves. We called these white beings Naholo, lover of things, and they demanded many things, and things were happily given. We were peaceful with these savages until they demanded our women. I didn't know at that time that 300 years later, Indian women would be 3.5 times more likely to be raped in America than the national average. 94% of that time by non-native males. But then, our great Tuscaloosa, our great Miko refused, and our people fought, defending the human beings. In the chaos, my mother was killed, shot through the eye. I lay down in her arms and I prayed. She was warm. But I was seen by a soldier pulled from her body and raped. He felt cold. He hated me. I saw it in his eyes. After he was done, he took his sword and he severed my arms and legs. And I closed my eyes. See, that's when my great-grandpa, I opened as a 14-year-old boy in boarding school. See, I was born in barber chairs, force-fed, foreign breath, and told to pick a name more suitable for civilization. My classmates and I learned to bleed, salute tear-drenched handkerchiefs, and bury feathers, bury directions, bury psalms. School was so far away from where I learned anything that I couldn't find my way back. And the lead from my pencil pierced my grandfather through the heart and stripped the buffaloes of their hide. But I mustn't be savage. So I lay naked with the buffalo ashamed. A prostitute living as an eternal red light special. See, I used to have the same dream almost every night of running down the highway away from school towards my grandma's house. I can never make it all the way there, even in my dreams. But one day, me and some other boys, we broke into the commissary to steal some communion wine. We found 40 bucks and we took off. We made it to a powwow for a while before they found us. They beat us so hard that time that my scrawny little autistic friend messed all over himself. At night, on occasions, we would hear the ghost of a girl that had no arms or legs flopping down the hallway. We called her Elbow Woman. We felt bad for her. We knew how it was to feel like you had parts missing. It's hard to move, you know? Some nights before we fell asleep, I would sing Indian songs quietly so the matrons wouldn't hear us, the other boys. Oh, ha, se la, wa, sa, ma, ya, he, lo. Hey, Tonka se la wasad maya yelo. Hey, Tonka se la wasad maya yelo. Hey, Tonka se la obey to gilai wasad maya yelo. See, and I opened my eyes to a room, to a university, to a state, to a nation, filled with soldiers and boarding school authorities, wondering if they acknowledge my knowledge, wondering if they see the spirits of my great-great-great-great-grandmother and my grandfather. See, I was born lost with no mother, a frantic creature with an enormous foster home maze. I was born of a blood transfusion and earth reduction. I looked for something firmly planted to grasp to. See, my past has no gravity, so I placed my hands with steel and anoint my forearms with ink numbers. If only I could forget what I am now. I'm he of no name, of heroin eyes and a drunken tongue. I smell of death and rape. I walk with lacerations stained across my back. My blood is taken as communion daily, ripped into 32 parts. My oppression is planted beneath every step in America. I am nothing. I am no one. I've misplaced my name. Perhaps it is too late to remember who I am. I shall wander in circles deceased with blood-soaked palms, performing traditions of ghosts, refusing to become you. I am nobody. Ele